Om Shanti. 24th June 2020. Mateshwari Ji's Murli. Revised date 26th April 65. Today is 24th June, a day to remember the virtues and teachings of beloved Mama, World Mother, whom the world remember as Adi Dev, the first deity. Mama was actually a reflection of what Murli or Srimad is, and Mama was the ideal to every godly student. No one matched her in obeying Srimad. So let's hear today's Mateshwari Ji's Murli. When your souls become clean, this world will become a world that gives happiness. The reason for sorrow is actions performed under the influence of the five vices, invaluable versions of Mateshwari Ji. The eyes do not know, but the heart recognizes. Om Shanti. You heard the praise of your unlimited Father. There cannot be such praise of common human beings. This praise is of the one who has the right to this praise, because his praise is sung according to his activities. His activities are greater than those of all human beings, because his activities are for all human beings. So he has become the highest of all, because there is only one bestower of liberation and salvation for all. You cannot say that he granted liberation and salvation to only a few. He is the bestower of liberation and salvation for all. So he is the authority for everyone, is he not? In any case, if you look at it in a common way, praise is only sung of someone when he carries out a task. Those who have carried out such tasks are praised. So the Father's praise is that he is the highest on high. He must have definitely come here and carried out a great task, and that must have been for us, for the world of humans. He carried out a great and elevated task for this world, because he is known as the sustainer of this world. So he came and made the world so elevated. He transformed everything, including the elements. However, with which method did he bring about transformation? He sits and explains this, because it isn't that human souls bring about a change in souls, or that with the power of souls, with the power of your actions, all of that power works on matter and the elements. In fact, he is the one who creates, and if he creates, how does he create? When souls become elevated, the bodies, the elements, matter, etc. all come into their power number-wise on the basis of the soul, and it is through this that the whole world becomes fruitful, green and fresh and happy. The Father who makes the human world happy knows how the human world is going to become happy. Until souls become clean, pure, the world cannot be happy, and this is why he first comes and makes souls clean. Now souls are in a state of impurity, unclean. So first this impurity has to be removed. Then with the power of souls, everything that is impure, tamo pradhan, will become pure, sato pradhan, which is referred to as everyone becoming golden aged. So all these elements, etc. come into their golden aged stage. But first the stage of souls has to change. So he is the authority who changed souls, that is, who purifies souls. You can see that the world is now changing. First, we have to change ourselves, and when we have changed ourselves, on that basis, the world will change. If there isn't any change in ourselves even now, if we haven't changed ourselves, then how will the world change? So check yourself every day. Those who keep their accounts, check them every night to see how much they have accumulated. Each one keeps his own accounts. So here too you have to keep your chart as to how much profit and how much loss there was throughout the day. If there was greater loss, then there has to be more caution the next day. By paying attention in this way, by making more profit, we will be able to reach our position. So, by checking yourself in this way, you will experience a change in yourself. Do not think I will become a deity, but that will be later. Whatever I am now is fine. No, those deity sanskars have to be created now. Whatever sanskar we had under the influence of the five vices, we now have to see whether we are becoming free from those vices. Is the anger that there was in me being removed? Are the sanskar of the vices of greed and attachment changing? If these are changing and you are becoming free, then understand that you are changing. If you are not becoming free of these, then you can understand that you have not changed. So, you should feel yourself changing. There has to be some change in yourself. Let it not be that throughout the day you continue to move along on the basis of the account of vices, and just because you have given a little donation or performed some charity, that is fine. No, we have to take care of ourselves with the account of our actions. Whatever you are doing, check that you are not creating an account of vice by doing something under the influence of vice. You have to take care of yourself in this. You have to keep this whole account before going to sleep. Check yourself for 10 to 15 minutes as to how your day went. Some even note it down. This is because the burden of past sins on your head has to be removed, and for that the Father's direction is, remember me. So how much time did you give for remembrance? By keeping this chart, you will remain cautious the next day. By cautioning yourself in this way, you will be cautious, and then you will continue to perform good actions, and you will not commit any such sins. So, you have to save yourself from performing sins. These vices have made us bad. We have become unhappy because of the vices. We now have to become free from sorrow, and this is the main thing. On the path of devotion, we call out to God and we remember Him. Whatever efforts we make, what are we doing those for? We do those for happiness and peace. So, we are made to have this practical practice at this time. This is the college for doing it practically. By practicing this, we will become clean. That is, we will continue to become pure. Then, our aim of the original, eternal, pure family will be attained. For instance, someone would go to a medical college to become a doctor, and he would become a doctor by having some medical practice. Practical experience. In this way, in this college, we too will continue to become free from these vices, that is, from sinful actions. With this study, that is, with this practice, so that what then is the degree of being clean? Deity. These deities have been remembered, and their praise is full of all virtues, 16 celestial degrees full, fully viceless. So, how will we become like that? It isn't that we have already become that. No, we have to become that because we have been spoiled and we have to become that again. It isn't that there is another world of the deities. We human beings are going to become deities. Those deities have fallen and they now have to rise. In fact, the Father is teaching you how to rise. We now have to forge a relationship with Him. The Father has now come and enlightened us. Ultimately, you belong to me. So, how can you always be mine? In Lokik life, how do the children continue to belong to their father and the father to his children? In the same way, you have to continue to move along belonging to me with your body, mind and wealth. How do you move along? The example of that is this: Dada is in whose body he comes. He has given everything, his body, mind and wealth, and is moving along belonging to him. Follow the Father in the same way. There is nothing to ask about or to be confused about in this. It is a simple and a straightforward matter. So, now continue to move along. Let it not be that you hear a lot and imbibe only a little. No, listen a little and imbibe a lot. How do you put into a practical form everything that you have heard? Continue to think about this fully. Continue to move forward with your practice. Let it not be that you just simply continue to listen and listen. No. Whatever you heard today, if anyone were to put that into a practical form, such as, that's it, from today I will continue in this stage. I will not perform any such action under the influence of vices, and I will make my daily timetable in this way. I will keep my chart like this. If someone were to put this into practice in a practical way, then just see what he would become. Whatever was said just now, that has to be put into a practical form. Whatever you say, whatever you hear, do that. That is all. Nothing else. Simply pay attention to your actions. Do you understand? Just as you know both Baap and Dada very well, do you not? So, now follow them. To the worthy, obedient children who follow them. That is, to such sweet, sweet children, love, remembrance and good morning. Spiritual children, in return to the spiritual father, says, good morning, namaste, namaste, namaste. Second Murli, 1957. Song, Look at My Tiny World. When was this song sung? Because it is only now at the confluence age that there is this small world of the Brahmin clan. Which family of ours is this that is shown number-wise? We are the grandchildren of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. We are the mouth-born children of Brahma and Saraswati, and Vishnu and Shankar are our uncles, and we are all related to one another as brothers and sisters. This is our small world. No more relationship other than these are created. At this time, we only have these relations. Look, we are related to such a great authority. Our granddad is Shiva, and his name is so grand. He is the seed of the whole human world because he gives benefit to the whole world. He is called Har Har Bholanath Shiva Mahadev, the innocent Lord Shiva, the great deity who removes all sorrow. He is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness for the whole world. We receive a huge right to happiness, peace and purity from him. In that peace there are no karmic accounts of karmic bondage. However, the basis of both of these, peace and happiness, is purity. Until we claim the full inheritance of the Father's sustenance, until we receive the certificate from the Father, we cannot receive that inheritance. Look, Brahma has so much work to do. He makes beautiful the souls who have become dirty, unclean and impure with the 5 vices. The reward of that alokik task is received in the golden age as the first number status of Sri Krishna. Look what your relationship is with that Father. So you have to remain so carefree and happy. Now let each one of you ask your heart, do I belong to him completely? Think about this. Since the Father, the Supreme Soul, has come, we should claim our complete inheritance from him. It is a student's duty to make full effort to claim a scholarship. So, why should we not win the number 1 lottery? That is to be threaded in the rosary of victory. However, there are some who are sitting holding 2 laddus, something in each hand, a foot in 2 boats. They want to experience the limited happiness here and also a little happiness of the world of paradise. Those who have such thoughts are said to be medium or low level effort makers, not those who are most elevated effort makers. Since the Father does not compromise in any way in giving, why are those who are receiving it doing that? This is why Guru Nanak had said, God is the bestower. He is the Almighty, but souls do not even have the power to take. There is a saying, the one giving doesn't get tired giving, but those who are receiving get tired receiving. It may have entered your hearts. Why would I not wish to have that status? However, look how much effort Baba makes, and even then Maya causes so many obstacles. Why? Maya's kingdom is now going to finish. Maya has now taken away all sweetness, and it is then that God comes. He is filled with all sweetness. We receive the sweetness of all relationships from him, and this is why it is sung in praise of God. You are the mother, you are the father. So the greatness is of the time when we have this relationship with him. So we have to forge a complete relationship with God, so that we receive happiness for 21 births. This is the reward of our efforts. However, don't become cold on hearing about 21 births. Do not think we have to make effort for this much time for 21 births. And then, even after 21 births, we still have to fall, and so what have we achieved? However, according to the drama, whatever elevated rewards are fixed for souls, they will receive, will they not? The Father comes and enables us to reach our complete and perfect stage. But we children forget Baba, and so we will surely fall. The Father cannot be blamed for that. It is the weakness of us children. All the happiness of the golden and silver ages is based upon the efforts of this birth. And so, why should we not make full effort and play our most elevated parts? Why should we not make effort and claim that inheritance? Human beings always make effort to receive happiness. No one makes effort to go beyond happiness and sorrow. It is at the end of the drama that God comes, gives the consequences, punishment to all souls, purifies them and liberates them from their paths. This is God's task, and He will come at His fixed time and tell us this. Since you souls have to come and play your parts again, why not play the most elevated part? Acha. To the sweet, sweet children, love and remembrance from the mother. Om Shanti. Children, in return to those very sweet mother, pays good morning and Om Shanti. Blessing. May you always be unshakable and immovable, and with the awareness of the word Baba, transform the word reason into solution. May you always be unshakable and immovable, and with the awareness of the word Baba, transform the word reason into solution. As soon as you say Baba, for a situation of fluctuation, you become unshakable. When you start thinking about situation, you experience difficulty. If instead of thinking about the reason, you start to think about the solution, then the reason itself will become the solution, because situations are not even like ants in front of Master Almighty Authority Brahmins. Instead of just thinking about what happened or why it happened, think that whatever happened was something in which there was benefit, in which service was merged. Then, although it may seem like an adverse circumstance, but service is merged in it, and you will then always remain unshakable and immovable. The slogan: those who stay under the influence of the One Father cannot be influenced by anyone else. Those who stay under the influence of the One Father cannot be influenced by anyone else. Again, we pay our remembrance to Yagya Mother Mama. Thank you, Mama, and thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.